Oh, I have something else in there. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Cindy. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, Marianne. It's Bob in Oregon.
Hi, Marianne. It's
Hi,
Lanny.
Bob. Hi, Laney.
Ron in Las Vegas.
Hi, Cindy.
Hey, Ron. I see you, Laney. I see the top of your head, Laney.
Oh,
I know.
maybe I'll blank that out because I get up and down so many times. I'll just blank me out.
Okay. All right. Welcome, welcome.
There. Now I'm out.
There you
But I'm still on.
Hi, Harry. We got Harry's iPad. All righty. Who else do we have on here? Alex, Lara? I'm not sure who that is. Couple people on their phone. Nice. We'll give it a couple minutes here. And people come. Oh, Mark Denning.
Cindy, you need to put some light on your face. You're in the dark.
You're in the dark. Okay, Mark.
I've got light on.
Mark, welcome to the 65 and awake. You're going to have to step it up a little bit. Only on the weekend.
60.
What? 65.
I'm only going to be 56 this year, not 65.
What's that? You're not 65 yet? Okay, good to
I'm
know.
dyslexic.
Dyslexic? Oh, all right. Okay.
6 this year.
All right. So, yeah, there's a lot of pressure in this 65 and a wake up, just so you know.
I can tell you about pressure, but it's okay.
All right. Who else? Hi, Susie Schiffer. And Joanne Johnston. That must be Joanne. She's like bopping up and down, but I got her now.
Now can you see me?
I can see you now. Mark, you're like in the dark, out of the dark, in the dark.
How about him?
I got to put
Can
dinner
you see him?
on while I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got to put dinner on while I'm here.
All right. We
Hi,
got
John and Joanne.
going to get a light bulb. Cindy, you're so cute. She's going to get a light bulb.
What's a white phone? Oh.
I got one of these lights. I don't know if I have it with me, but like you can plug it onto your computer and put it out. Hi, Susan and Glenda. All
Hi,
right.
Susan. She said.
Hi, Marianne.
All right. What is going on? Oh, you guys are okay. I'll spotlight me for a minute. And Sharon. Hi, Sharon. And we got like 20 seconds to go here. Oh, there's James Earl Moore. Oh, we got to echo. James, mute your thing. Ah. Gluten-free pizza? Is that what you're trying to show us?
That's right.
Awesome.
Pesto.
Ooh, yeah.
Just got off a long watch, like 2 days.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how you do it.
And I had to drive 60 miles for nothing.
Ah,
I had to go get my dogs. That's best part of the day. Go get Milo when you can.
No, get the dog. All right. Cindy, that's a little better, but I don't know. They're still hard to see. Who?
How
Oh,
are you, Mary?
yeah. All right, and we got Mark Bear on here. Welcome.
Hello.
And a whole bunch. Oh, Burnell. Is that how you say it? All right, let's get this party started.
Well, wait, let me go put my dress on.
Okay. Okay, I don't see. I'm looking for Tom on here. Oh, there he is. Tom, where are you? I can't hear you. Tom, are you on? Do you have the camera going? Oh, I found you, but no camera. Mm-hmm. All right. How do you guys who are on the 65 and away like the little badges? Do you like the badges on there? All right, good. Thumbs up. Good. Can we see Cindy again? All right, I'm not seeing Tom. I see that he's on here. Sheesh. I'm not exactly sure what he wanted to talk about today. We talked, I posted it down below. Tom, are you on? Oh, there he is. Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay.
No, I was yelling at somebody else, Robert. Thank you.
All right, there you go. We're on the big screen.
Okay, there we go. Getting the chat board up. How we doing, you guys? Good to see you, everybody.
We're doing great. We're loading up here.
Good.
Hello.
So today was interesting because I've had so many people say to me as a result of, wait a second, I'm trying to get myself to a point where I can see all of you. Okay, now I'm getting there. All right. Switch to gallery view. Okay, now I'm getting there. Holy mackerel. Hello, Susie Schilling. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Johnston's. Hello, Kathy Munson. Hello, Sharon. Mark, that's a terrible angle for your camera. Mark Denning. But you can tell he's eating nutritionally, which is a very good thing. So, he's having some vitamins and minerals. That's what he's doing. I told him he wasn't allowed to talk about vitamins and minerals on 65 and a wake up, so he thought he'd just have it on the screen all the time instead. So here's the deal, everybody. Got done with Fardulis's event this weekend. It was absolutely fantastic. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about you guys. I learned a lot about what you want, and you just went away on my screen. So that's okay, because I can tell I'm still on it. And I learned that most of you are afraid to get started on how to interview in three-way people with your upline or your cross-line people. And I feel horrible about that, because I want you to get that this is not as hard as it looks. The interview is much, much easier. It is a conversation you have with human beings. There is no script. Your job is to find out about their life, about what they want. You can go with the form thing that Scott Fardulis uses. You can do about anything. I want you to take it as far as you can. I want you to find out if they love multi-level marketing, if they don't love multi-level marketing, what they're doing in this, why they're on this planet, how their health is, how their money is, how their time is. And you can find that stuff out. This morning when I was with Adrian Chenault and a guy named Jack Guntire, a guy walks in and Jack goes, that guy does pole. What's a farm? He builds barns with poles somehow. And I'm building the teepee. So I go, golly, I'm going to talk to that guy. Watch this, Adrian. So I grabbed Adrian and I grabbed the guy over and I said, I heard that you build poles for barns and you build barns with poles. And this guy was rock solid. He looked like Attila the Hun. And by the time it was over, I knew this guy. I just wound him up and started him talking about what he was passionate about, which was those barns. He doesn't even, I had to introduce myself at the end. He had no idea who he was talking to. I knew he was single. I knew he lived 6 miles east of Longmont. I knew he was built like Attila the Hun. I knew that he's one of those guys that doesn't like to live on the grid. He's one of those rebels. He would be great in longevity. I am positive of it if he just knew about it. But it's going to have to be attraction rather than promotion with the guy. So him having the chance to put the poles in to the teepee that Denise and I build for the property until our house gets built is a perfect segue into getting to know this guy better and possibly turn him into a longevity customer or a longevity business builder. And that's all that boils down to. And that's an interview. We learned a lot about him. We never got into multi-level marketing because the opening never happened. But the next time I see him, I can bring that out because I'm not going to pitch anything at this guy for a long time. So his name was Chris, and I think his last name was Westerman. So you guys can tell that I walk my talk here. Now I got to find myself on the screen one more time. Zoom, there I am. Zoom, there I am. Zoom, there I am. All right, so I want to show you one more thing. So I think his name was Chris Westerman. This is going to blow your mind. I just met him this morning. And I got to find him. And I'm not very good. S-T-E-R-M-A. No, that's not it. Yeah. Give me 1 second. This is worth you guys waiting for. So I am not very smart. You guys know that. So what I did was I shot a picture of the guy. I said, do you mind if I take your picture? And the guy about swallowed his cigar and he sucked in his stomach and he let me take his picture. And then I got done and in the recorder, I wrote Jack Guntire's friend, builds earth houses, off the grid, great guy, all that jazz. That's right in my phone. So I had those notes with him. And I set a follow-up for me to call him. I asked him what his phone number was because I told him I might want to talk to him about building a barn. He obviously just absolutely wanted to give me his phone number. I've got that guy contact mapped right now. He's in the system. Marianne Niehaus is going to walk in Red Frog in a couple of days and see this guy with all the muscles and the beautiful hair and the big, cute smile. And Marianne's going to go, man alive, I think that guy's kind of cute. And I'm going to go, Marianne, you can't take him. He's my prospect. She's going to say, yes, I can. I think I love him. I'm saying, okay, what's his last name? She's going to say, I'm not sure. I say, what does he do? She's going to say, I don't know. I'm going to say, where does he live? She says, I have no idea. I'm going to show her the notes on my phone. She'll swallow her cigar and she'll go to another coffee shop and prospect people. Does that make sense to you? And that's one interview. Today, Joanne and John Johnston, you can do that. Dr. Lisa, you can do that. Brandy Brogdon, you are playing this thing bigger. You can do this. Serving my sisters at gmail.com. You can do this. You know, it's so fun. Every one of you can do it. But you got to get in the game and be willing to interview 2 people. In so much circumstance, everybody's telling me stories about how busy they are. Everybody, except the people doing the interviews. The people doing the interviews aren't telling me the stories. I'm not hearing that from Lori Danette, who she's got her mom in hospice, has 1,000 things going on because she realizes that this is the key. Lorette Willis, Roxana. The one I'm getting the excuses from are the one that have hid behind excuses ever since they got into longevity. And what's amazing to me is I talked to some people last night. This is Tom. And they kept saying, Tom. I'm going, what's the point? And I said, what? And they said, we care about people. We don't care about building a business. We care about people. And we don't care about making money. We care about people. and you need to understand that we care about people. And I'm going, really? So what you're intimating with the Tom is that I don't care about people. But I've got 750,000 people that have gone through the doors of longevity with Dr. Wallach. How many do you have caring about people so much? Maybe a couple hundred in your group? Because I built teams for Dr. Wallach. I built teams for longevity. I didn't just stand still and not care about people, but I'm a team builder. And the reason I'm doing that is because it pays my bills to be a message carrier of Dr. Wallach. Hi, Chaisa. That's why I'm doing it. Give me 1 second. Marianne, the interview, the little 24-year-old kid that you're going to interview tonight. Tell everybody about him, about why he's coming, and tell people a quick story. I got to do something real quick.
Okay. So hold on here. All right. So I met this lady at a networking event, right? And she's into nutrition, and her and I have met a couple times. We did a 3-way with Trish, which I think, can you turn that off, James? That echo? Anyway, sorry. And so I met with Trish, and we had a 3-way with her a few weeks ago. And she came in and tested all the products. She loves all the products. She's a digestive specialist. She's actually gone to school for that. But as we were talking about it, she said, you know, my son is such a little entrepreneur, and I just think he would love to do something like this. So he actually came over yesterday. Adrian and I were having a meeting. So I called this Christopher, interviewed him, and then I gave Adrian the lowdown, and then I talked to Adrian about having him come over. So we had him come over, and we did this interview. And he has these dreams and these goals. Now, I didn't say anything about him doing this business, right? So today I called and talked with him, and I said, you know, Christopher, I know you've got these big dreams and stuff, but this might be a way for you to go about doing that. And he said, yeah, I totally want to come over and hear about it. It was so easy. It was like slicing butter, because it went from step 1, step 2, step 3, right? So now we did the 3-way. Now he's coming to the meeting. He's got a concept of, you know, what is going on. So he is a foodie, okay? He's 24 years old. Him and Adrian, who's like early 30s, just hit it off perfectly. And they were saying things that I wasn't even sure what they were talking about, but it was definitely for their growlers. I didn't even know what growlers were, but they're little things that you transport beer in. And he wants to do like a concierge service for microbrews. And but the more he talked about all these things he was going to have to do, licensing, add employees, every county where he works, he has to have a store. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that just sounds like a lot of work to me, right? Considering what we can do in longevity. So I'm really excited. He's going to come over. He tried some of the products. His mom is just tickled to death. And I think we'll have a great meeting tonight. And I think this has been a process. And that's something that I think a lot of times we think that this just happens overnight, right? And it doesn't. I met this lady, Susan, probably 3 months ago in this wellness group. And now we've established a relationship. And now, you know, it just keeps moving along and moving along. And so that's what's so amazing. All right, Tom is back. Okay, you're back.
Okay. Dinesha Coates called me today and said, Tom, I'm in 65 and I wake up and I think I have to start over because I'm in the hospital. You guys, no, you don't have, I'm not Donald Trump. I'm not firing anybody here. I am trying to make you better. And I want you to get when you don't do the 2 interviews and the 3-way call, it's, you know, if you've got a tremendously legitimate excuse, it's a tremendously legitimate excuse. That's that simple. You've got a tremendously legitimate excuse, but I want you, and the reason I'm taking such a hard line toward it is because I want you to get where it resides. Because in most of your lives, those excuses have run it. the only way that you're going to create the habit is blast through it when you don't want to. But there's things going on that are absolutely out of your control that you can't do anything about. You can't do anything about them.
Tom, you just froze and we can't hear you.
I didn't freeze.
Oh, you didn't freeze? Oh.
I was thinking about telling you something and I'm not going to. My godson died of a heroin overdose today. And it's been a really, really rough day. And Denise heard me talking about this and she came down and said, do I have to resign? I don't want to resign, but I can't be on this thing tonight. And with Denisha and all these people, I realized what an asshole I'm being by not cutting you guys any slack whatsoever about that. And, you know, he was Dominic's best friend. He's 25 years old, just like that, here in Boulder, Colorado. And he actually died. These people were living in one of our rental houses. And so it's been an unbelievable day here. But you know what? You go through unbelievable stuff in life. And life is not about all roses and cherries. I don't care how much money you make. What life is about is getting through it with people like you guys and knowing that we're working for something bigger than we are and that there's absolutely light at the end of the tunnel. And my heart is broken for these people, absolutely broken for the parents. But you know what? We got to forge on. And I know you guys are kind of thinking I'm a heartless bastard for not being over at their house and being on this particular webinar. But I happen to believe, contrary to the woman that kept going, Tom, that we are doing unbelievably important work here. Like unbelievably, the most important work here. And I believe that I can mourn over people dying, or I can help you guys live, and I can help you fight through it. And I can give you an example of fighting through it by fighting through it myself. And interviewing 2 people today and 3-way in 1. And the guy with the Barnes was before I had this news, so don't think I'm completely crazy. But at the same time, we're all dealt a cruddy deck of cards at times, and we're all dealt a great deck of cards at times. And I'm telling you, having a successful business and things like that will let you get through that terrible deck of cards at times. But that doesn't mean you're not going to have it. So that's what that was all about. That was the pause, and that was the close-up, and that's me trying to look in the camera and tell you the truth here. So my eyes are red. I'm a wreck. But at the same time, you guys are that important. And that's what this is. And I have to rise up to the occasion if I'm asking you guys to rise up to the occasion. And I will grieve when I grieve. And I will, it doesn't mean that it's the whole thing. People grieve things in different ways. Denise is a complete and total basket case. And the way that she is grieving is okay. And also the way that I am grieving is okay. And you guys know me around heroin and marijuana and alcohol. So as for the complete buzzkill, I'm back on. That was that. I wanted you to get it. I wanted you to understand it. And here we are. So Marianne, tell a joke. I gotta go read these
thank
comments.
you very much. Oh my gosh.
What did the green grape say to the purple grape?
Oh no, that's not. Yeah.
That's good.
I think that, just recently I had a good friend who also passed that I felt like there was more I could have done. And I think Cheryl talked about it at the event this weekend about her friend, and her and I talked about that prior to her being here in Colorado. But, I think sometimes we forget just how important the work is that we're doing here and helping those people around us. And I don't know the whole family, but I do know this kid's dad, and my heart just goes out to him and his family as well. So I'm sorry.
Okay, so here we go. All right, so back to work. When I was when I was here this weekend, everybody was talking about the level of integrity and intentionality that it takes and how much it helps to have everybody coaching each other. And Robin Tanner and the various people that are talking about that, what I want you to get is the more that you get involved in this game called being great in the world challenge and all that, the better you're going to be at it. And the way that you get better at it is practicing it. And if you watch Laurette Willis, if you watch Roxana, if you watch a lot of these people that are in their days 40 now of the 66, they're just firing interviews in like it's going out of style, and there's no more of the trickery going on, and there's no more of anything, because they have this. They finally have this, and they are in the game, and they're realizing that there's nothing to it. It is conversation. It is relationship. It's looking at people as human beings, not as a transaction. And that is such an unbelievable thing, because all you're doing is living and making contributions to people. And what I want you to do is get to how hard it is to turn a product user into a business builder. You shouldn't even try. You shouldn't even try, because that's what gives multi-level marketing a bad name. Somebody tries to come in and buy a bottle of Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and the next thing they know, they have this marketing chihuahua chasing them around, telling them they could be a millionaire. You probably should be doing what I have done all my life, and I just realized it, and that's not do that. You know, my neighbor that just walked by, I just sent him a note because I thought he was coming in the house, and I wrote him a note. His name's John Schaller. He's a huge, huge motivational speaker trainer here in town. Marianne will tell you, he's been to the office 3 times to buy my vitamins and minerals for himself. Now he just bought some for his brother. Now he's coming over to my house to explain to me how to do marketing better, because he thinks he does it better than me, and he thinks he knows it better than me. So he's going to come over and explain it to me, and I'm going to listen to him talk. And I'm going to say, okay, here's the road, go down the center. And I know that you're going to veer out there in the woods and do it your way, like you do in your seminars and stuff like that. And you're going to come back with your tail between your legs, and you're going to say, Tom, what do I need to do to straighten it out? But I can't stop him from going out in the weeds. He's a product user that's going to come in as a business builder. But 99% of them will never do it. But if you go get 100 business builders through the interview, so you've got all these conversations that are coming up every day, and you guys are doing a beautiful job of notating them. And here's the conversation. I have got a sciatica in my back. Really? I want you to go to this website. I want you to do a health evaluation. I've got this. I've got diabetes. I want to lose weight. You're taking them to the health evaluation, and you're taking them to a dead doctor's CD. You're doing something to serve those people and drop them off right where they want to be. Marianne's guy this afternoon, he's coming in at 7 o'clock tonight. What he wants to do is build a business. So we're going to have a business building conversation with the guy that wants to build a business. And afterward, we're going to have a conversation with him about how great the products are. But I know if I get a great business builder, that great business builder is going to find 100 product users. We train it that way. Marianne, draw those circles with those little dots. I don't know if you can remember when I did that. The circle with all the little dots around it to get the car bonus. Boom, 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 boom. So every one of you have 12 personally enrolled. So draw a circle and put 12 little dots on it called personally enrolled people. You know what I'm saying?
You want me to
No.
set it up on the whiteboard?
Tell a joke.
Oh.
What? You got a whiteboard?
Yeah.
Can I mark on it?
You can have your own. It's a screen share. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's not marking. I'm going to shoot myself here. Okay, so then you got, oh, wait, stop right there. Stop right there.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
didn't stop right there. Go back where you were.
Oh, with the dots.
With the dots.
Yeah.
You're doing it intuitively. Okay, well, okay, keep going. Make me 10 dots. 12 dots.
It's my first dots.
Okay, keep dotting it.
How many do I have? How many do I have?
You have like enough. Stop right there. Play like that's 12, even if it's not. Okay, that's your car bonus, you guys. That's 12 people with at least $100 personally enrolled people with at least 100 QV order in a month, and you get the car bonus, right? Okay, so let's assume that you in the middle. Write the name Marianne in the middle, real quickly. Just put M. That's good. Stop. Okay, that's good. Okay, so Marianne quits. What do you have left? You've got 12 customers sitting there. Even if Marianne goes out and joins the Helo deal, or she goes to Isogenics, or she goes to Nerium, or she goes to prepaid legal, she goes somewhere. If you've got every one of your leaders car qualified with 12 retail customers every month sitting there, look how many customers they're leaving behind for you. That's what you want to create. So we're training that. They have to be distributors. They have to be something, whatever Pamela just said. Mrs. Fact Checker. Thank you. So that's perfect. Get me back up to all the people again. I'm sick of that. Yeah, distributors. Yeah, get me close that. I like looking at you guys. Oh, there's me. We got to get rid of me first. All right. So I'm watching Fred Van Loo. Fred Van Loo is and Mark Denning are two guys that have got huge disadvantages for YGY 65 and a wake up, because they are so well respected that people won't stop asking those guys to worry about their sore toe and things like that. But Fred Van Loo is smart enough that he's a 4-star headed to 5-star because he wants to build a gigantic organization. He's got this kid named Amir. He's training those people to be network marketers. He's not training them to be health practitioners. That's that simple. Yeah, you have to be a 1-star to get the car bonus. That's true. Thank you. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is what I want you to do is fail the IQ test and win and get straight A's on the heart test. So, hey, Brenda, we got it. So we don't need all that. We all know that. So thank you. So what I want you to do, what I want all you guys to do is focus on the interview. And the 10 people in a row that are going to want to buy the product and don't want to build a business, drop them off at the product. The one person that comes along that says, I want to talk about money too, that's when you take them to a 3-way call with your call partner or your upline or somebody like that. It is such a doable deal. Every one of you can do that. It starts out with most of you are, let me think of where I am. Okay, so you've done the interview and you've dropped people off at the tool. That's what you're doing. You're dropping people off at the tool. Most of the time now, I've got 5 health evaluations sitting in my email box right now. So I've got those people. I've got the recommendations of what they're taking. They got it. I follow up with them and say, do you want to place your order? I see your score was high. It should be low. We've got to get you on these vitamins and minerals. The tool did the work there. The guy that like Marianne tonight has got this guy. She had him in the office. Now he's calling up and trying to figure out how to maybe make a business out of this thing. She's brought him to another tool tonight called Tom Chenault. She just as easily could have taken him to a 3-way call and did the same thing. But the name of the game is don't try to turn business builders into product users, and don't try to turn product users into business builders. Does that make sense to you guys? Everybody get that? Let me see where I am here. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. So that's what you're doing. So we're doing 3-way calls. That's what everyone, and Adrian's calling all you people right now on the phone in 65 and a wake up that you say, hey, listen, I want to interview you, because Adrian's trying to figure out where your logjam is. He's trying to figure out how to digitize your logjam. So your logjam is like this. Somewhere along the line, you're not collecting the data on the people that you've got. So the next thing you know, you have all these people you're now talking to, and you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. And you don't have systems in place in order for you to follow up without your follow-up owning you. Because believe it or not, Pamela Schwartz and a lot of these people, they've got more than 40 days in this thing right now. So 40 days times 2 is 80 names. They've got 80 people that they need to follow up on or drop where they said they wanted to be. And what's so cool about that is all of a sudden you guys have gone from no leads to almost too many leads, and you're calling me up like Robin Tanner saying, what do I do with all this data? That's what's so beautiful. When product users want to become business builders, Mark, you say, I want you to talk to my upline partner. I want you to talk to Tom Chenault. I want you to talk to somebody, because you are an expert on the products. It's your hindrance, but you're not an expert on the business. So you've got to take it to that third-party expert, just exactly like I do when somebody's sick and I need somebody right now. I'll never forget the day my sister-in-law, Amy Watson, was very ill, and Mark Denning literally got out of bed to save her life because that's what he knows how to do. Amy Watson called me to say, she didn't call and say, Tom, what should I take? Amy Watson called me to say, Tom, find somebody to tell me what to take, because Amy Watson knew I don't know jack about the vitamins and minerals, which is the best thing in the world. She just knew I would know somebody. Does that make sense to you? Okay, good. Okay, who's got questions? Anything, anybody, anywhere? We're only halfway through this thing. Where are you lost? Where are you stopped? You'll use the tools in the toolbox. And Youngevity's tools, I mean, even the website tools, you know, and I'm going out there 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm going out to Youngevity. And I'm going to see all the new iterations of what's going on with the websites. And if we have to go to 45 different websites to get to find one thing, I am going to raise holy hell. Because in August, we can't be going through this anymore where we're looking for stuff so long that we lose a prospect because we're making them go all over the place instead of having it in a closed environment to get people answers. So that's coming along. So that I'm going to be there tomorrow. I'll know a lot more about how they're going to look. Apparently, I'm sitting down with Lauren Castronovo. I'm going to see the next iteration of the websites and how they're working. I hope every one of you people are really going deep in those websites and sending feedback to the company, because we have to. But we're trying to be a billion-dollar company. Not only do us as distributors have to act like it, Youngevity has to act like it. And we have to demand excellence from them, just like they demand excellence from us. Does that make sense to you guys? I know it does. Don't have to ask. Can't find the beta any longer. Got the message saying it's been mused. Yeah, good. And Cindy, yeah. And you know, you've got to fire your brain and hire your heart. The coffee shop interview is one of the easiest things you're ever going to do if you're not figuring out what's going to come out of your mouth. Stop figuring out what's coming out of your mouth. That's it. Don't let that. Let your intuition and your heart do the talking. I can interview anybody. 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 That's a terrible look by me. Look at all those veins in my neck. See, I'm on like 3 screens now. So that's not good. Ann Gilbert, how are you? Unmute Ann Gilbert. Hello, Ann. She's not unmuted yet. We're trying. Unmute. Okay, Ann, say hi to me.
No.
How are you?
Well, I'm on the Zoom. Somebody's talking to me in my room. I'm fine.
Okay, Marianne, put her on the main screen. So tell me about you, Ann. Do I know you very well?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So tell me a little bit about you. What is it? Where do you live?
I live in Cleveland, Ohio.
And what the heck are you doing on a Zoom in the middle of the afternoon? Oh, it's actually nighttime. You're on the East Coast. What are you doing? Why are you in YGY 65 and a wake up? What are you doing here?
Well, I wasn't going to do it, and then I thought I should try this, because every time I've tried to do that with other people, after 2 weeks I peter out.
Have you ever been in multi-level marketing before? Youngevity?
Not successfully, no.
But you were in a few, you just never made any money. How long have you been in Youngevity?
Let's see, 2 years.
What do you love most about what do you love most about multi-level marketing?
Well, I like the products and I like the people.
Okay,
especially
good.
the people.
All right, good. What do you do in your day job?
Well, I'm a retired music teacher, and I'm also still teaching Suzuki bass, and I'm also teaching or playing in some orchestras around Cleveland.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Is that music playing at your house right now? Is that the music I hear?
Oh, yeah, does that bother you? Here,
Yes.
I'll turn it down.
You've got headsets in, I don't.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. You got beautiful teeth.
Didn't know you could hear that.
That's no problem. It's all right. So good. So I love all that. No, I was kidding. You just leaned into the camera, so it was just a joke. So let's see that was cute. Okay, so how's your health? Tell me about your health.
It's good.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Are you a married woman?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah. And who's the statue of behind that? Is that Jesus? On the countertop, but over your left shoulder.
That, oh,
Is that a
I don't
statue?
know. I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, good. Somebody, you better watch out. Somebody stuck a statue in your house. All right, good. So here's the next thing. I want to know, how about your money? Are you loaded since you're retired, or you have enough for retirement, or what's going on?
Well, I'm doing okay, but it's not what I thought it was going to be because of the tax situation. So every time I work now, I'm getting taxed so highly because I have a pension. So it's kind of hard to figure it out. So, and I really want to do this to help people.
That's cool. And you said that after 2 weeks, you normally peter out and quit. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is that because you've never really put yourself out there to be accountable and let people really, really almost give them permission to push you and keep you moving?
Mm-hmm. Something about this is different. I don't know what I think that's what it is. And when I thought I had to put it on Facebook, I thought, I'm not doing that. But then I did it.
Yeah, and it didn't even hurt. So here's what I want to say to that. You got about 60 people right now that want to help you and not let you sink. You got 60 people that want to play it big with you and really, really create a great experience for you. And you commenting and coming in and creating an experience for them is just as important as them helping you. And you don't even know how your story is going to help them, just like their story is going to help you. And if you'll give these people permission to call you out when you're hiding and using circumstance to block, it's going to blow your mind. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You up for that challenge?
Yes.
Okay, well, good. And you can always quit and, change your profile and do all that. So that's no problem at all. But that's what we're all about, you guys. This is how we do this. And there's nobody on here that can't decide to break through. Was it scary for you to make a decision to let people coach you and hold you accountable and have you have those breakthroughs? Mm-hmm. Hell yes, it's scary. If you'd have said anything but nodding right now, I wouldn't have believed you. Because I am telling you, diligence to create a habit, 60 days, 66 straight days of doing this is a long time. In Alcoholics Anonymous, they make you do 90 and 90, which is even worse. So you hate everybody. You've never had a day go by in your life without a drink. And then some guy is trying to tell you have to do 90 meetings in 90 days, and you just want to shoot yourself. And about day 4 or 5, you are thinking of every excuse in the world not to do it. At day 15 or 20, like you are, they're at that point where, oh man, I've got this. I don't need to go to that meeting. And on and on and on and on and on. But there's a crew of people calling them on the phone saying, you got to come to the meeting today until you get to 90. We're all in this together. That's who we are for you, Ann. Is that cool?
I like that.
Yeah, so every one of you guys out there, so bring me back, Mary Ann. That was perfect, Ann. Go ahead and mute her. Thank you. Everybody give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
So, yeah, and that was scary, and that was gutsy on her part. But here's what you guys need to notice. No matter what I wanted to ask her, she answered. She never said none of your business. She didn't want to tell me who the statue was, maybe. That was pretty funny. But the fact of the matter is, it is hilarious. People will answer whatever you ask them. If you just answer, if you ask them with authenticity, vulnerability, like Pamela just said, and love, people are going to be with you. That's the cool part. And I'm going to put a lot of you people on the dance floor on here because we've got to have you break through. I don't know what you're a doctor in, Dr. Lisa, but we're coming after you next week. Because I am telling you that no matter what, nobody has seen my report card since I was 21 years old. Nobody cares how smart I am. Nobody cares how rich I am. They care about how nice I am and how nice I am to them. That's where they care. And that's what I want to get you guys to, is what your reputation became. Who's Alex? Laura. She left the meeting. So here's the deal. I want you guys to be so doggone known for your heart and not your head. It's unbelievable. Because your head has only gotten you to where it's gotten you so far. Love and that heart of yours is going to be able to get you anywhere. I am convinced of that. So I know that every one of you can do this. I am positive of it. There's not a doubt in my mind. But you're going to have to shift it. And you're so comfortable. Mark Denning is so comfortable at being the medical expert. It's going to take a lobotomy for him and Fred Van Loo to get away from trying to tell people how to get more healthy and actually love them and find out what they want out of life. Then you've got somebody like Joanne Johnston, who is all heart, and her husband, who is all heart, John. And they came out of the real estate business. They were extremely successful with a company called Keller Williams, and they grew to unbelievable heights in that business and decided that longevity was where they wanted to spend their retirement and the rest of their life. And they didn't have to unlearn real estate. They just had to do what got them to the top of the real estate business, which was love like crazy, then love more. So that's what I want for each and every one of you. I know you can do it, Susie Schiffer. I know you can do it, Sharon. I know you guys have this in you. I'm positive of it. So let me see. Blake Corley, I love you. It's always good to see you. You look so healthy and so smart. It's unbelievable. Mark Bauer, you told me you were going to dive in this water with everything you've got a couple of days ago. You're not posting that you did it, and I hope it's because you're too busy out there interviewing 2 and 3-way in 1. But that's all you're doing. And you guys keep thinking, I'm going to tell you something that it's so amazing. A guy named Pat Kendall came to Longmont a couple of days ago. He was in FDI before we acquired him. He took a couple of years off, and now he's stepping back on the gas pedal. And he was absolutely gorgeous. Him and his beautiful wife came to Red Frog, and then he showed me his Mastercraft boat. So I said, let's get in my car, and we drove out to the lake, and I showed him the lake because I knew I was going to be able to insert my life into his dream, which is exactly what I did. I inserted my life into his dream. Here's a guy older than me that can still water ski and lean down and put his elbow on the water. I mean, he is all about it. And he sat out there on that dock and visualized his life being exactly like that if he just went to work in longevity, because I jumped into his dreams. Now, you guys have something that's an unbelievable advantage. Marianne Niehaus really do you know what kind of motorhome you guys want, Marianne? Mute your phone.
Yes, I'm unmuted. Yes, we have picked out the motorhome. We have walked through it. We have been to the RV place several times.
And so, what's the name of it? Do you remember?
No, I have to look it up. It's.
If you don't even know, you're never going to get it if you don't even know what it is. So that's number one. But it's Trish Hetherington's job to go out there and get a brochure. She doesn't even have to do that. She needs to look it up on the internet. And she needs to grab the picture off the internet of the exact motorhome you want. And then she needs to go into Heritage Makers, the memory keeping part of us. And she needs to make a canvas that is going to say, Marianne, here's your motorhome. Keep working toward it. I'm in your dream with you. I love you, and sign it, Trish. So that's hanging on your wall, Marianne, every day. And Trish, and you know definitively that Trish's eyes are popping open at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about your problems. Is that correct? So you guys,
yes,
every one of you.
Funny.
What?
No, because Ken knows the brand. He knows all the specifics because he's that technical kind of guy. I just know what it looks like.
Right.
Right?
So here's the deal about that. And I want you to get this, Fred Van Loo. Fred's got right now, he's a 4-star. So he's got Noah and all these people. You go back and every one of you are going, I'd go broke doing that. No, I don't want you to do it for everybody in your business. I want your, however many SEMD legs you've got, 1-star legs you've got, I want you to do that for those people. I want you to re-interview them. I want you to jump in their dream. I want you to get a canvas made of you in their dream with them, and I want you to send it to them. And if you do that, and guess who has to do that tomorrow? because I just told you to do it and I haven't done it. I'll never forget when I did it for Corey Gold. He wanted to run the Tel Aviv Marathon. He wanted to put his daughter through law school. He wanted to buy a hybrid Lexus, and he wanted to do something else. And and Denise made a screen like that and put us in his dream. And Corey still talks about it all the time. Let your leaders know your eyes are popping open at 2 o'clock in the morning, thinking about their problems. And you're going to get paid to do it because you're going to use, obviously, the snap to finish. And that is going to be magical and beautiful. And every one of you can do that. How cool is that? Colleen Richter, you're off the hook. You can go home. So, yeah, that's that simple. Marianne, mute me for a second and tell a joke.
So one of the things, just talking about manifesting and dreaming and building and stuff, and most of you know that Ken got a new car, right? He got his little Mustang. I've posted several photos about that. But what you guys don't know is I'm driving a brand new Ford Explorer 2017 model. And we have gone through some very devastating financial spiraling down several years ago. And right now, I feel so fortunate and blessed and living an extraordinary life. And I want to help other people do the same, because I see people all the time, thank you, Priscilla, who, are in a similar space where I was. And I know there's a way to get out, right? I know there's hope. I know there's things that we can do and we can help people. And so, whether it's financially or physically with their health, it is one of those things that's why I'm here, right? To help other people live an extraordinary life. I'm trying to find out what the name of the RV is. Because it's so funny. We looked around and we found one, and then we started reading all the stats on it. It wasn't very good, so we had to find another brand. Tom, are you back? Not yet? Okay. But I'm really excited about what we're doing in this arena here. I'm echoing in the background, and it's hard for me to concentrate. Okay, good. We got that. No, it's not a Fleetwood. Darn it. We'll figure it out. Oh, it's supposed to be the very good one. But yeah. So anyway, one of the things is that I don't think my husband and I could have ever gotten to the point where we are right now if it hadn't been for longevity. And I know that, and I appreciate that. Our health was kind of spiraling down, but our money, the vitamin N was the one that we were really missing. And so this has really just helped us get our life back and get control of what it was we had lost, prior. So are you back now, Tom? Okay, good.
Vitamin M, yeah, that's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
And it isn't about the name of the motorhome. It's about being in that dream and working towards something. This house that we bought was, Marianne will tell you, I drove people around this thing for over a year looking for a house for sale on that lake. I told everybody, I'm going to live on this lake one of these days. I am going to flatten whatever house is on it. And Denise's dream has always been to build her own home. And so while I'm sitting down there on that lake working and talking to all you people, she's going to get to design her own home and live on that lake. And that came to fruition because we believed it could happen. And I'm not going to tell you that it could happen for you. I'm not going to tell you that it wasn't unbelievably hard work. I'm not going to tell you that we weren't extremely lucky. I'm not going to tell you any of that stuff, because that would sound like an income claim or something like that. And I don't want to come across that way. But I am going to tell you, it doesn't hurt to put up a dream board, to have some big dreams that you turn into goals. And then you take those goals and turn those into specific actions that create specific measurable results, which is what we're doing in 65 and a Wake Up. Does that make, yeah, you can't have it if you can't see it. Marianne just hung up her wall. It's that's what we can all do. And all of us have that in us, all of us. And all you need to do is know you've got that in you, and everybody wins. So with that said, I'm going to get out of here. I got a lot. I think you can tell there is an amazing amount of emotion going on around me. And I've got to go. I mean, my wife is really, really shook up, and she doesn't understand how I can even be on this call. And it isn't because I'm a better guy or I'm a harder worker or I'm anything else. It's just like I'm kind of hiding here versus living in my head like everybody else is doing right now around this tremendous loss that we're going through. And yeah, I know you guys know about Dominic. He's our other child who's got the same disease as the kid that died. So it's so close to home that it's unbelievable. So that's why I'm on Pluto here. So I haven't been exactly focused this week, but I think I've been focused enough for you guys to get my drift. And thank you very much for helping me out, and Marianne helping me out. But you know, you guys, if you have a few prayers in you, pray for Denise. She's having a massively rough time. What I didn't tell you is Dominic's in jail. So that's also real difficult because, you know, he did some stuff around the alcohol and the drugs that he shouldn't have done, and he's doing 9 months. So he's there, and he doesn't have his mom, and his mom doesn't have him. So he's grieving over the telephone, and it's just a mess. So in your deep prayers, pray for Denise. Whatever you do, don't write on her Facebook wall. Whatever you do, don't text her. Just pray for her. So she doesn't like me throwing all this out, but I throw it out there because otherwise it kills me. And then I drink or do something stupid. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. And I love you. And Marianne, what? I'm coming tonight. Don't worry about that. So I'll see you in a little while.
Okay, no, I just heard back from Ken, and it's an Integra.
Oh, good.
Yes. And Tom, as you know, all of our prayers are going out to you, and we love you, and you and Denise and Donna. And I know this is just it's heart-wrenching for me. And I mean, I just know, like I said, I just know a small portion of the family. So love you guys. And we're cool. We're good.
All right, guys. Love you.
Love you.
See you all later. Thanks a lot for
Love
letting
you,
me-
Denise. With all our hearts, praying for you.
Thank you.
Where the sun is far weaker and the waters remain forbiddingly cold.
Night.
Love you guys. Good night.